It's time for Whiskey, Wine and Wisdom.
Featuring your hosts, which is me, James, and Dan.
Smooth. Like a duck.
And James.
It's episode 15.
What, what?
Can I get a what?
What?
Alright, now we did votes again. It's
I'm doing scary ocean shit and stuff. Sorry, scary ocean and sea things.
and I'm doing the worst monarchs, which turns out there's quite a few. So I've done, these are some of the worst monarchs because
Really? Monarchs?
there's no real good ones. Like you can say, oh, he's a bit of a banger, or what a cracker. But like even then, like they're kind of still, you know, it's like well, we'll get into it. It's fun. It's interesting. And it's actually interesting. I was actually, we didn't decide till today. I should fess up. So we decided, like we looked at it, like, so because James asked me a few times, like, what are we actually doing? And normally we do it on Saturday anyway, so we're doing it Friday tonight. And he asked me like Friday morning, like, are we doing this right? And I'm like, oh, you do that one, I'll do the monarchs, I guess. And I've just had to be like, I've just been tearing through monarch history because the thing is, I feel everyone knows. Like sort of, I feel like in like year 9, you learn about the monarchy. You learn about the nuts and bolts of it. You know, like Henry VIII and Queen Elizabeth I and II, and you know about some of them. But I don't know all of the order. I don't know all of the, you know.
I did not pay attention.
You know, and also some of it's like the films you've seen have sort of fucked with some of it. Although, as we'll find out, some of them are more accurate than you may have thought. Before we get into it, I will do the same. I'll do a poll again. We'll do it tomorrow or something. We'll put a poll up. Yep. I'll let you decide this time. You can do the poll. I'm not, because I keep having to pull out my ass and then you go this, and I'm like I don't know. I was just like,
okay, so I'm would you say I'm the pole master?
You're the poll boy.
Will I be in pole position?
You're vaulting all the, I don't know.
Poles. Like.
I'll let you work the poll. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You can be the poll taker.
Oh no! I can't take no poll.
I've heard some things. I've read some Tyler Wiles.
You want good time? You call Jet. Should we spaff?
Let's spaff. 1, 2 spaff.
Right.
Scissor my scissors. Okay.
Right.
Redo.
I'm gonna do this again. Do rock.
Do paper.
Okay. Oh shit. Oh yes.
I actually did rock.
I actually did paper.
I did exactly what he said, and he did the same as I said. And we both super sucked each other out to the point where I lost somehow.
I just lost train of thought. I thought, fuck it, you said paper, I'm going to do paper.
I didn't think you'd do what you were told. But then I did too, so, you know.
Yeah.
So, who's the bell? I'm drinking... I'm finishing off some rough fruity vodka shit and some Coke right now, and then before that I had a beer and I had some red wine, and I've got some whiskey to go with. I'm a complete fucking slag bag tonight. I'm just going through everything. This is what they call dregs of the drink cabinet at night. So I you know, is every chance that I'm gonna be degraded somewhat by the end of the night. Hopefully that pans out for you guys. Hopefully that works out. And you know,
I've done that. What's that one?
Balmere.
I think that's one of my early whiskey days. I just need to finish off.
Yeah.
But I made it into a cocktail. I bought some diet ginger beer because I'm looking after my figure.
What's your figure?
Yeah, mate, that's fucking long gone, mate. And I put some Fanta fruit twist in there as well.
You fairy little princess.
I'm a fairy little princess, but fuck it, I could dance.
Is it taste time? Is it? Twist of lime. I've got plastic cups. So it's going to.
Budget.
It's like a Sylvania family's tea party. It's fucking pathetic. Anyway, you won, so you begin.
Right, so
begin.
Scary sea and ocean things. Now I've kind of got this works really well on a podcast. Picture round.
Oh my god! Oh no, seriously.
It's basically I'm gonna talk about so for for my free facts, I've got to be some pictures.
Wet.
Mm.
Moist.
Mm.
Dripping.
Mm. So this.
This is a full ASMR.
Oh my god. Whiskey Winder's Wisdom has got really high OnlyFans.
That's beard noise. It's beard noise, you fucks. Can you hear that?
Oh, you know.
Hang on. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Too much whiskey in? Yeah. Well, yeah, serious.
I mean, you didn't realise, but we just both teabagged the mics. So that was what you were hearing in your ears right now. I'm going to pan it left and right so you get the full three-dimensional ballsack experience.
Right, so I can't say this word confidently, but you think of the sea, what's the scary things? There's going to be some sort of weird fucked up fish type things.
Yeah.
I think this one looks cool, but I wouldn't want to meet it. It's called a chimera.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So picture round. First picture. Dan, put your face to the wall of the microphone.
What? Put my face to the wall of a microphone?
Just towards the microphone.
Okay.
What do you think of this as a chimera?
The fuck? It looks like a skeleton fish with the fins backwards.
Mate.
And a. It's not even a fin. It's a horn. What?
It looks like it's like a sci-fi thing.
It's a ghost. No, it's like a skeleton unicorn weasel fish.
Do you remember? So Super Mario, he used to go in little tubes. He used to go underground. Great, but as it went to Mario 2, Mario 3, you used to have the little skeleton Koopas. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, I can see that actually.
Yeah.
Google chimera fish.
And that is one of the first pictures which come up. So enjoy.
So what is that? Literally, that's your fact, is it?
That's the fact. Is just no.
Your fact is a picture. No, I can see.
No, I've got some. So this scary fucking fish thing, right? Looks like
scary fish.
An adult chimera ranges from 60 to 200 centimeters in length. So that can be like 2 meters, isn't it?
6 to 6, yeah.
Yeah. So they live in all the world's oceans except the Antarctic.
Deep as shit, I'm assuming. It looked dark.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. They're found at depths ranging from 200 to 2,600 meters.
Deep down.
And they appear to remain within a few meters of the sea floor. They can be found in a variety of habitats, including volcanic boulders and cobbles, high rocky reefs, and soft sediments such as sand and mud. So basically, they adapt to all sorts of terrains underwater.
They get around.
They get around, dirty bastards. They're often said to resemble sharks. That doesn't look like a fucking shark. I'm sorry,
mate. I'd be chuffed. Well, I mean, if after seeing that, I would be happy to see a shark. That looks. Your final thought would be like, what? It would just be like you'd be baffled by that.
But this fact is pretty cool.
Are they? Go on. Sorry. Go on.
That's cool.
Cool fact.
It makes complete sense because they live really far under. It's quite dark. These fish also use electroperception to locate their prey, which it's dark, so they've got to find some sort of like
psychics.
Yeah, basically psychomantis. Oh, fucking.
They can move things with you, man.
And there's a rock in the way. This thing I want to eat. I'm gonna use my mind. I move the rock. That's Hypno Toad. Smoke. Oh dear. So these chimeras, they have an upper jaw that fuses to their skulls.
Mate, that's metal. That's metal as fuck.
Oh, I'm a chimera. I live underwater. How do I know? Because I'm a fish. Sorry. They also have 3 pairs of huge, permanent tooth plates used for grinding food. So they're basically hard ass. They've got massive skull, jaws and stuff attached to their faces. They look hardcore. Please look them up. If you do look them up, CHIMAERA. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Shiner! I'll stop that. But yeah, I think they look pretty cool. They look pretty hard.
They look like the most metal of fish. I mean, I assume they're not, because they don't really come along. They're never going to bump. You're not going to bump into them.
No.
Because they're too far down. So They just probably like fished shit down there, I guess.
What if you go to the chippy? Oh, I'll have a bad chimeric, please.
Bad chimera. It looks like it's mostly bones, mate. That looks pretty metal.
But that'd be fucking delicious, eh?
I don't think it would.
No?
I think that would taste like bullshit.
Mate, why would you be armoured up to nuts if you ain't gonna... What are you protecting? You're protecting fucking sweetness.
It's the dreadnought fish. Does it? I mean, I assume it fucks other fish up. It's got to be, right?
It's got to.
Oh, you didn't find out then? Oh.
No, sorry. I'll have a look. There's most probably...
Alright.
Yeah.
I've got... Now, I went over... I started mainly the British monarchy, but there's obviously strictly speaking, any king is or queen is a monarch, right? So I've skimmed around. I mostly stuck to Europe, I think. I think there's a bit of Russia in there, but it's like I've mainly stuck to, Royal Britannia and all that shit. Now, here's the thing. This category was the worst monarchs, and that's kind of a subjective because some of them had successful bits, but like they were massive, they had massive character flaws, or they were just complete bastards. So like I've got one coming up that's like objectively for the country he did a lot of good, but he was a fucking psychopath. So that's kind of why he made it to the list. But I'm going to start with Richard I, and that will lead me to my second one. So Richard I, you'll remember as Sean Connery in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and the big lion at the end of Robin Hood, the Disney film. But yeah, so he was king for 10 years. He was only in England for 6 months out of his entire reign.
Damn.
So he basically, and the thing is, he's still considered to be a good monarch in a lot of ways, right? You can't see this, but James is flicking through horrifying pictures of fucking fish. It's really distracting. But yeah, so 6 months he's king, and then almost immediately he fucks off to Middle East for the basically just trying to get back Jerusalem, and during I don't know which crusade it was because there were several. It might have been the first, but I didn't actually. I don't know because there's so many different phases of the Crusades, but it was during the most violent and bloody period. So he's over there. He's trying to reclaim the Middle East and Holy Jerusalem, especially from the evil clutches of the native Muslims that had lived there for hundreds of years at that point. And he, a lot of he's laying the seeds for the sort of resentments and shit that are still there today. I mean, a lot of the horrible shit in the Middle East today stems back to the Crusades and stuff that and it's like, so you're King of England, so you travel for fucking 6 months to get to the Middle East to fight over a country where no English man's ever lived, and but yeah, he sort of set the stage. I said he unquestionably set the stage for most of the wars and humanity's worst acts for the last 1,000 years. He's sort of the Middle East being the shit show it is today isn't exclusively his fault, but he did set the wheels going, and it was the beginning of us sticking our fucking noses where we shouldn't be. It's like that's if you're an isolationist or one of these, like we shouldn't be interfering to people, then he was the guy. He was the guy that started it all, and however you feel about that, he was I mean, he was just trying to get God points. He really was just trying to kiss the arse of... And he loved a ruck. He really loved... but like... And I've sort of... I've read some stuff about that in the middle... I've read, obviously... Have you ever seen the film...
Oh, here we go.
Sorry.
No, that's right.
No, it's my thing. I know... Everything I know is about films. I know I went deep and I was like just a bit... There's a bit much, a bit dry. But no, it was he kicked off, and it's weird, like reading through all these like monarchs. I mean, that was like 1,000 years ago. He's over there and just hacking through all these fucking poor these guys who are like, "This is my house. What are you doing?" He's like, "This is God's house, and we're the most holy country. So fuck you," and just like hacking people's fucking heads off. And you're like, "You're a bit of a prick, aren't you?" But like he's still like Richard the Lionheart. He's still considered to be this like he was Sean Connery for fuck's sake, right?
See, when you say Richard Lionheart, that I think I've always found, because I'm crap with history. I did not history them good. That's the only one I say.
James no London.
No. But you hear someone like Richard Lionheart. I always remember this is like someone who's like really sort of like, mate, you're decent. You're like a really good high up sort of person. You're honest. So be honest with you. This podcast right now, I'm learning. So you're welcome from Dan and everyone.
But so he's portrayed even in recent history as a very stand-up guy. But honestly, he's out there. He's claiming those territories because they have religious import, and at that point, Britain was a staunchly very, very, very Christian country, a very Catholic country, and he was kissing the arse of the Pope. So he went down. He went on a pilgrimage to the Holy Lands and felt that the Holy Land should be under control of Britain, but or England even, but more than that, they should be controlled of the Holy Empire. So he didn't go directly there. He went via the Vatican, and kissed the ring and all that. Did all the things you're supposed to do. Yeah. Well, it's the Catholic Church after all.
Oh,
tongued them. But yeah. Oh dear, he's a bit old for that. Anyway, but yeah, I can go off on a tangent from him to my next fact, which I will leave till after you've presented more fishy goodness. Are your knees dry? Moisturise. Rub that cream into the seams. You never seen knees as moist as these? Try Nivea's new knee cream. Your knees will be wet. Women will look at your knees and go, God damn, those are some knees.
Fishness.
Kipper dem, come on.
So this next one, right?
Yep.
It sounds pretty. The frill shark.
Frill shark.
Ooh,
sounds pretty.
Ooh, sounds pretty. Oh, frilly. Oh, frilly. Look at this motherfucker. Oh, no.
Alright, what James is showing me looks like a fake fish with coral for teeth. No. I can't even describe it.
That's fucked up.
No, I tell you what it is. It looks like those. What do you get? Like when you burrs, you get like like your dog's coat, dog's fur. You get those like long burrs in the dog, and they're like teeth are made of burrs, but they're made of like bone burrs sticking out of his face. So he's got teeth frills, and So tell me about the frill shark.
So. Frill shark. I was looking at his fact, mate. It's savage.
Is he a bit of a thrill seeker?
Oh yeah, it's about skydiving, deep than that. So, I'm so sorry, right?
Go on.
I've discovered. I start most of my beginning sentences with, so. Honestly,
it's weird listening to yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, it fucking annoys me. One, I sound like a fucking dick anyway. Yeah. That's why I need special guests, right? Knock at the door. Who's this? Sean Connery. Jews is going to learn about the shit. No, that's
Say the fucking fact, James, for fuck's sake.
So, the recorded maximum body length of the male frilled shark is 1.7 metres.
Okay.
And his recorded maximum body length of the female frilled shark is 2 metres.
Oh, that's a bit big.
Yeah. Frilled sharks are only...
Big girl.
All I want to do is do it.
Big girl.
Fucking hell. Can't put a Perry go large with frill sharks. Fucking hell. So frill sharks are only very rarely encountered in the wild. So little is known about the ecology. So little is known about their ecology. The limited information that scientists have is discovered the descent of the individual captured deep sea net fisheries. So basically, when they've been captured in the fisheries, and observatories of the occasional live individuals in the captivities. When hunting food, the frilled shark. This is fucked up, right? So, when hunting food, the frilled sharks they curl their tails against a rock and move like an eel, bending their and lunging the captures that swallow the whole prey with its long, flexible jaw, which is equipped with these little frilly bird teeth, 300 recurved needle-like teeth. So all their teeth individually is like 300 teeth in his gob. Yeah. And they curve their tail against the wall and go, and they spring off at their prey and just swallow them whole. It's like, mate, I'll see a little fish and deep throat the fucker. Yeah, and I think when you again look up the pictures again, that's why I've done the picture round, even though you can't see it, but Dan can, to get reactions. But mate, honestly, they're weird, and they got lots of little teeth, lots of little needles. Enjoy, have a fish.
Throw them. Battered thrill shark.
Again, I wouldn't want that.
2 meters though, that's a lot of fish.
Well, that's the females. Yeah, you'd have pensioners portion, male. I'll have a male thrill shark. It's a little bit less.
It's pretty big still.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, like it's like if you say you're 1.7 meters and you're a fella, I'm like, oh, that's not huge. But if I bump into a shark that big in the water,
yeah,
I might probably do a wee.
I'd bop him on the nose and say, "No, thank you. Leave me alone." And then saw myself and
I think you'd probably eat your face off, wouldn't you?
Yeah, more than likely. With its 300 teeth in its gob.
Yeah, I'll be like, stop it. Bloody stop it.
You're a naughty, naughty shark. Please leave me alone. I'm trying to swim.
Yes. I'm having a lovely splash and you're ruining it.
Right, that's me done.
Sharky Sharkdom. Okay, Kingdom. So, you remember King Richard, right?
Yes.
So he goes off to fucking cut up Muslims, right? That's what he was all about.
Lovely chap.
Lovely chap. It's weird as well because like Islam was new then. Islam was the hot shit. It was new because that was like from what 800 AD. Like Islam was basically founded, or Muhammad was banging around there. So. He's not long in the ground when all this shit's kicking off with King Richard. But anyway, that's by the by. It's interesting, I find it. But anyway, because of all the really big religions, it's kind of the new boy on the lot. New kid in the block. It's kind of a weird one. But anyway, there's still a lynch. It doesn't fucking matter. 1200 years old is not new on the block really, but it's just at the time it was.
Sorry, new on the block.
Gay. So he fucks off. Now, you'll remember from, I assume, the research you did watching Disney's Robin Hood.
Yeah, yes.
Now, when King Richard goes off, who's running the country?
I watched the Disney version. Is it the bear?
Oh, James, fucking hell, mate. Alright, now Robin Hood. Oh, fucking hell.
There was a fox, that was Robin. There was a bear, that was the sheriff.
No, he wasn't the sheriff of Nottingham. The sheriff of Nottingham was a wolf. The bear was his mate, who was Little John.
Little John.
Friar Tuck was like a badger or some shit, right? But no, his bear was Little John, right? No, the guy who ran the country, the actual king, was King John. And you remember he was always, mommy, and he was... Anyway, turns out, I really thought you just know that.
Sorry. I'm trying to look up the characters. Oh, yeah, Little John was a bear.
Yeah.
The standard.
Well, he was Baloo, wasn't he? They just ripped off Baloo. They just
yeah, blatantly.
Disney did that back then. Even some of the dances were Baloo's dances. They just put him in a little tunic.
And shit, I just missed it. Shere Khan. No.
Yeah, it was Kaa.
Yeah.
From Jungle Book.
Mate, recycled characters.
They did that a lot. Remember Tailspin?
Ooh. Life is like a hurricane.
No, that's DuckTales, isn't it?
Of course. Tailspin. That was the one with the fucking big bastard duck thing.
It was the characters from Jungle Book, but they were running a 1930s style plane agency, and they would deliver things. It was very, very weird. Just kick the table. I'm very sorry. It was James's fault mostly.
Dick punch coming your way?
Yeah.
No, I'm not like that. I'm sorry. I'm nice. Sorry.
No, the song was harder to sing. It was tailspin. It was just.
Oh yeah.
It was. But I don't remember the words because it was like. It was like quite hard to say.
Sorry. Yeah,
Anyway, King John though. King John was left in charge. He was the younger brother of King Richard. Now, King John, while King Richard was away, as I said, aforementionedly slaying through the Middle East's, let's say, tan people, who didn't belong to live where they lived. You remember it now?
Tailspin. Sorry. Continue.
This week featuring James remembering a thing.
I'm a dick. I'm sorry.
So, King John was so unpopular that he had to sign. He was the guy that signed the Magna Carta, right? Which principally heavily reduced the king's power. He was basically so unpopular, they were like, sign this thing saying you've got less power because you suck so much. So not only did he fuck up like his own reign, but literally every king or monarch since that point had significantly less power because of what he did. So King John made them insignificant, but like literally everyone. So basically, he's as crappy as he is in Disney movie. Ruling the country while his brother was fighting the Crusades, he tried to steal power because he was still like a proxy king. But he was so disrespected and incompetent that he failed in every respect, in every regard. Everything he did, he failed at. All right. So when he was made, when his brother became king, King Richard, he had three brothers, right? King Richard's the oldest. He becomes king, and normally, like you think, I don't know, William became the Prince of Wales, right? And he gets all this land. That's what one of the things, right? You get given a fuckload of land because you're next in line.
Standard.
It just keep everything sweet, right? So that's what they did. Now, he, even by his own family, were like, oh, fuck this guy. They didn't give him any land. And they called him John Lacklands because they didn't give him lands, because he lacked lands. So that was his name, John Lacklands. They just would like, this is like people around the court would just rag on him and go like, hey Johnny Lacklands, how you doing? He's like, I'm the fucking king, you leave me alone, right? So his peers would just give him shit. So he's trying to look like a bad motherfucker. So he starts a war with France's King Philip Augustus, and he fucked up so bad he lost Normandy. Normandy used to be it used to belong to Britain, right? So Normandy got lost, and then obviously this is like this is before the Norman conquest, right? So Normandy he loses Normandy to France. Normandy then gets invaded by, I think it was before that, because the Vikings were already there, but the Vikings had come in and so basically years later Normandy ends up invading England and basically take over Britain anyway, right? But yeah, he lost Normandy. He also had his younger brother Arthur killed because he was scared that his younger brother would steal power from him. He was so scared of losing the power he had. He tried to, while he was in charge, he tried to have his brother. Basically, he's like, oh, he's probably not coming back. He's probably dead. Probably should make me the proper king. So he was the king, but he was the king in brackets, in parentheses, until his big brother gets back, right? So he's like, my brother's probably not going to come back. He's probably not going to come back, so he should probably make the proper king. So he was trying to usurp power the whole time he's running it, right? So Richard comes back. He's like, what the fuck? You signed the Magna Carta. You fucked me up. So I've lost half my power. The country's fucked. The economy's ruined. We lost Normandy. You lost effectively a country, and we look like a bunch of pussies. In France thinks there's a bunch of slags now because they got Normandy, and they. So he's like, well pissed off. So they're like, and you were trying to steal my. You were trying to have me declared dead so that you could take over the fucking country. Fuck off. So he got sent into exile, and he died a few years later in exile. He was such a bungle, right? He just fucked up on every turn, and his entire reign is just considered like, oh yeah, he was a tryhard, but his own family thought he was a fucking wet piece of shit, and they just no one liked him. And honestly, it's like if he wasn't such a bell, you'd feel sorry for him. But I mean, he killed his brother. He tried to have his older brother killed. He just tried at every turn to do something to like, oh, I'm good, I am. And he's like, no, because some people shouldn't be king. That's it. That's what it comes down to. But yeah, He literally was as shit as he is in that Disney movie. Like, he's, if anything... Oh, and he had a weird relationship with his mum. So all that mommy shit in the film was actually accurate. That film was weirdly accurate. I'm pretty sure Little John existed and was a bear.
Yeah.
And I don't know about Hiss. I don't know, but I'm certain he had a snake called Hiss. I don't know that it's true, but it was probably true. I could say for a fact, but I think it's true. I just know.
That's part of his story.
And on that delicious pun, we move back to Fishtown.
Well, it's a scary sea, but yeah, fish for the time being.
Fish! Fish!
Right. So, this chap, right?
This fishy man?
This chap is called a goblin fish.
I think I know what this fucker is. Go on, show me.
Yeah?
Is he beautiful?
Yeah, honestly.
Is he a bit of a stunner?
Yeah.
He's got shit sticking out of everything.
I'm going to show you the picture now.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's a blatant Stephen.
Stephen. Hello, my name is Stephen.
He's
so much upper lip. He's just got so much, like...
Right.
Oh, my God.
I'm verging, right? This chap is French. Massive fucking nose.
Oh. And yet, for some reason, I just know he stinks of garlic. Look at him. He looks like...
I am a goblin fish.
I can't come already pre-stuffed with the garlic.
Je suis désolé, madame, mais j'ai plus pardon. It's not nice.
Don't Google goblin fish. Fucking hell, that's nightmare. Ugh.
But look at that bit. If I zoom in and get... So basically, what I'm doing... This bastard's got big fuck off nose, right?
Massive nose.
Sorry, David. No.
And he's got, and just like
Wait,
so much gum.
But that's
so much
face.
gum on display.
This is why I'll call him Stephen. Is because Stephen has got a big upper lip. That's all gum.
Yeah.
And like little teeth. But that's again.
It's such a fuck up. Like if you're like, genuinely, I'm not shitting anyone's beliefs, right? But if you're like a creationist, like God made everything and everything's perfect, right? And you see that, which is just like a massive nose, loads of gum, no upper lip, covered in a bucket of mucus. It's just like it's a fuck up. There's no way. That's not optimal. That's just horrific.
So I've gone on to Google. This is how I found this one. I typed in goblin fish because my facts was like looking up scary sea facts, and then it says that these different fish. Goblin fact comes up, and if you click on that and look at images, mate, look at all the Stephens on there.
Stephen.
Yes,
Stephen Morris.
Yeah.
Steve.
Oh, obviously that's blobfish, but yeah, look up blobfish as well. Honestly, mate, he's got a dick nose. It's funny.
He's a poor little guy.
Yeah.
He looks very unhappy. He's like, I'll put him back in the water. I don't like it.
But honestly, look up goblin fish, mate. They look interesting. But talking of interesting,
I wouldn't eat that.
No.
The other two I'd have a crack at. But I'm not touching that. That's fucking gross.
Oh, dear. So it's called the goblin shark is a rare species of deep sea shit. Deep sea shit.
Deep sea shit.
It's deep sea because it doesn't want to come up and be seen in the light.
Yeah, it's nice dark down here. I'll stay down here.
So sometimes it's called a living fossil. You'll see why. It is an early representation of the lineage, some 125 million years old. So basically, its dad's an old motherfucker. And it's pink-skinned animal and has a distinctive profile.
Yeah, it does. Fucking, yeah.
With an elongated flat snout and a highly protruded jaw containing prominent nail-like teeth.
They're tiny, they're horrible.
But that's it, it's really sort of... You can go... Yeah, that's the sound. So you go like tigers. You've got big sharks. You got this one.
That's right. She's like,
again.
Hello. I'm gonna eat you.
Oh, you better start running because I'm gonna bite you.
Ever so far. I'm such a fast fish. You wanna watch out. I'm gonna get you.
I'm so streamlined because my
Oh, you come here, you. I'm gonna totally. Ooh, I'm gonna chew you up. I am. Ooh.
This shark, right? It's supposed to be an evil motherfucker. And we've just made it sound like a fucking give it a further duster. It's like Ken Dodd of like the fish bowl.
It's fucking. That is horrendous.
So right, big jaw, big nose, motherfucker.
Well, you're saying looking that way, that thing as consistent as a species managed to get laid for like how many 100 million years, right? That's so much fish pussy it's getting. I can't understand.
125 years. I know her.
Yeah. Then again, that's probably a lady. That's like she's. Like, the guys are like, oh, I'm gonna, but fucking hell.
But mate, it's underwater. Again, fact, there's no light underwater. Why? Because you're fucking ugly fish. Are you in? Are you in? That's my nose.
Look at it like a light switch down there, like turn it off. Turn it off.
This is why it's scary facts. Honestly, look them up. They're scary motherfuckers.
That doesn't scare. If I saw that, Oh.
But honestly, so you look at the picture, right? You see what it is. Then drink this fact.
Go.
It's usually between 3 and 4 meters long.
Oh no. No, that's so big.
That's when it's mature.
Oh god damn it.
Yeah.
No, you can't let it be that big.
And fucking hell. That it can grow considerably larger, such as there's a captured one in 2000 that's measured 6 motherfucking meters.
What's 3 foot to a metre?
Oh dear.
That's 18 foot.
Now the thing is, it had it in feet on the facts I was looking up, and I deleted it because I know meters. So I'm sorry. I'm
trying to think because that's fucking 6 meters is so huge.
Yeah, so that's a big ugly motherfucker. But honestly, if Samuel Jackson was doing this, there's too much motherfucking nose on this motherfucking shark. Honestly, he knows this. But the goblin shark inhabits depths greater than 100 metres, with the adults found deeper than the juveniles. Some researchers believe that these sharks also dive depths of up to 1,300 metres for short periods of time. So they're normally at 100 metres. They do an extra 300 metres. Why? Because they don't want to be seen.
No, they're just like, that's too high. There's too much light coming through.
But that's why I say that.
It's like anglerfish, like giggling at them, like going, tee-hee, look at your fucking face, like, stop it, leave me alone. I'll eat the fuck out of you, I'm huge, I am. He's like, I can't be scared of you, fucking Stephen. You know, so fuck off, leave me alone.
You got like Clown Nemo, Finding Nemo. Mate, if you was Nemo, fuck off, I ain't gonna find you. You're an ugly motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Mate, goblinfish. Noses like that. They're French. Just sorry.
And you can say that because you're every single.
I've got everything in me. Go on. Yeah. So
now I've got a massive one.
Right. What about your facts?
No, actually, I think a couple of mine are painfully big. Oh no, this is the big one. Alright, so just. Alright.
Sorry.
Let me knock back a drink. Okay, I'm preparing myself because there's lots of talking about. I've written and paraphrased a lot of this. All right, so
you get your drink, wet your throat, you start talking.
Okay.
I'm going to get me another.
Okay. All right, so William the Conqueror.
Willie.
I'm going to talk mainly about the end of William the Conqueror because it's all well and good to do all the conquering, but ultimately that is so much fucking whiskey in a glass. You sick fuck.
I'm changing that right now.
James is about to kill every. Just drop a bottle. Just drink it. It's fine. Just do sips.
I can't.
He poured literally. It's half a pint of whiskey. Fuck it. All right. Anyway.
So,
okay. So this is the like the best movie you ever seen. If the ending's crap, it's a crap movie, okay? And William the Conqueror did some things of note, certainly, but this is how it all ended. So he met his end after being baited by most of Europe, mainly the French, for how fat he was.
Sorry.
They shamed the fuck out of him, and there's evidence that he went off to like fat camps and shit to try and lose some weight, or the equivalent at the time. And then there are several versions of what happened next. The more mundane one holds that William, who wasn't as lithe and fit as he had been, was overcome with the heat and exertion. They went off. Basically, he decided, I'm going to invade France. That's what he did in the time. He just went off to invade France. He wasn't as fit as he was, and overcome by the heat and exertion of fighting, he collapsed. He was 59 at the time anyway. He was morbidly obese, like a really huge guy, and he went off and just tried to get stuck into everything to try and prove that he still could. So all the looting, pillaging, and massacring. Second, more dramatic account holds that his horse stepped on a burning ember, reared up, throwing William forward into the saddle and driving his prominent belly so hard against the pommel that the impact ruptured his internal organs. Yet another version has it that he was thrown into the pommel as the horse jumped over a ditch. Whatever the cause, William was mortally injured and he was taken back to Rouen in France, where his condition continued to worsen. Realising that the end was drawing nigh, it dawned on William that he might have led what some could say, by any stretch of the imagination, would be termed as basically it's been a shit life. Far from exemplary, and according to the chroniclers, he gave way to be repeated sighs and groans as he lied in the bed over the many weeks where, and begging those present to pray for his soul, he confessed his sins and sought pardon from God. He ordered that his vast ill-gotten wealth, because he was a bit of a boy, be distributed to churches and the poor, so that what I amass through evil deeds may be assigned to the holy uses of good men. He endured 6 weeks of agony before, on the morning of September the 9th, 1087, he commended his soul to the Virgin Mary and drew his last breath. The household servants, left to their own devices, followed William's lifetime example to a T, and they set to work looting everything that wasn't nailed down, whilst prizing loose anything that was nailed down, and effectively, so they seized his armour and weapons, grabbed hold of all his silver, stripped the clothing and jewellery from his corpse, took down the tapestries, bundled up the linen, along with all the royal furnishings, hurried away, leaving William's body almost stark naked on the cold stone floor of his apartments. All of these lords and ladies that were there, watching him as he was dying, they all ran off home, because obviously when there's a new monarch, it's a shit show. The whole country's like, shit, there's a new, there's a new ruler in town. We've got to go home and make sure we get ahead of this, So the body remained there on its own for several days. This is how unlikely he was, right? Before a passing knight took pity, and at his own expense had the royal cadaver conveyed by boat down the Seine, placed on the back of a cart and trundled down to Caen for burial at the Abbey de Saint-Etienne, which had been founded by William 3 years before his historic victory at the Battle of Hastings.
De Saint-Etienne.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
C'est pas un problème, monsieur.
Anyway, unfortunately, William's posthumous litany of misfortune continued when a fire broke out in the town, and his body again was put aside for a few days while the monks and residents fought to bring the conflagration under control. With the flames extinguished, attention turned once more to William's rapidly ripening remains, which were finally carried into the church in readiness for his interment. Since no preparations had actually been made to receive such an honoured carcass, a grave had to be dug for him, which hadn't been got to at all. So that took further days. But when it was finally time, the congregation was asked to forgive William's transgressions, whereupon a poor knight by the name of Anselm Fitzarthur piped up that William had stolen the land on which the abbey stood from his father, and that the king's dead body would lie at rest on a land that was rightfully his over the dead body. His exact words were, "In the name of God, I forbid that the body of the despoiler be covered by the earth of my inheritance." Go on.
Is that a bit of German bits in there? Fitz.
Anselm Fitzarthur. Yeah, I guess in Europe at the time, knights were just fucking around all over Europe, weren't they?
Yeah, that's fair days.
It was like a far more sort of pro-EU times,
Yeah. Come here on bikes.
Yeah, freedom of travel was less of an issue, passports weren't a thing. But there was another undignified delay in order that his claim could be investigated. So he's about to be interned, about to be buried. They dug a hole, and he's like, "This is my land. You can't bury him on my land. He stole it from my dad." Mm-hmm. So now they're looking into that. There's haggling. They had to haggle over it. They had to agree on compensation, and once that was paid, the service could continue. The monks duly carried the king's remains to the grave and began lowering him into the sarcophagus, at which point they learned another valuable lesson. Preparing a grave for a morbidly obese dead monarch whose bloated corpse has been left lying around for quite a few days now, quite a considerable amount of time, is best not done in haste.
No.
The sarcophagus was far too small for William's body, but the monks had been waiting for weeks to do this, right? So they attempted to force his body into the sarcophagus by pressing down on his stomach.
Okay.
That was a bad idea. According to the chronicler Odoric Vitalis, in his Historia Ecclesiastica, written 75 years later, but generally considered to be pretty reliable. He says this, quote, "The swollen bowels burst and an intolerable stench assailed the nostrils of the bystanders and the whole crowd." A Victorian account imbued the story with a little extra element of grossness, claiming that, quote, "The putrid contents spilled across the floor, filling the church with a smell that was so overpowering that all present were forced to flee the church." End quote. One source said that supposedly present at the event observed how, quote, "whether his bowels burst or whether some excrements were forced out their natural passage, such an intolerable stink proceeded from him as neither the perfumes that smoked in great abundance nor any other means were able to qualify." Then he was buried. He wasn't well thought of after that. It was such an absolute shit show. Like
Literally, right?
literally, like, so it was just so undignified. Like, just like he goes in there, no one gives a fuck about him. He's outlived anyone. He didn't have any heirs. No one gave a shit. No one gave a shit. Every people were crying by his bedside as he was dying. And as soon as he died, they fucked right off. His servants ripped him off, took all the shit. And then he just got dragged around while everyone disputed whether, like, oh, he should be buried, he should be fucking buried. And then they just, and all the monks were like, oh, just fucking put him in the ground. And then he fucking basically explodes.
Mate.
It's so shitty, literally. And, yeah. It's, yeah.
But that sort of reminds me of the film Seven. And you got, like, Mr. The fat motherfucker, Greed.
Yeah.
Mate, that's just... He's full of the filth. But dude, that's fact.
That's fact. Fact boy.
Alright.
Factotum.
So, my scary fact, next one, of the ocean,
Fish.
is not really scary. It's not a fish.
Crabs?
Little
Crabs.
Basically, it's a mini sentence. Mentence.
Oh, go on.
And I think we should discuss.
Mentence. The word mentence is a good word.
Because this freaks me out more than I should know. So I'm trying to think of the scary things in the ocean.
Oh, I'm excited now. Tell me. Say the sentence.
No, honestly, I'm really overselling it.
No, I'm so excited now. I'm rigid. Nipples are tingling. Goosebumps on goosebumps.
This makes complete sense, but most of the ocean consists of total darkness. I'm not afraid of the dark, but I think just the whole premise of I've put my head underwater. I've been in the sea. I've been in on a beach. But when you sort of think of, like, there's so much of it. Wait, 70% of the world is underwater. Is got water. Hey, motherfucker! I mean, look at fucking Stephen, the goblin shark, little dickhead.
He's such a prick.
He's far down. But I think the thing that gets me, and from what I was looking up, hopefully other people, otherwise this fact is moot. I think that the thought of so much darkness being underwater, I kind of think that water is, things get yourself a glass of water. God, everyone right now, right?
We'll wait.
Walk away. Get yourself a glass of water. Right?
Actually, no. Pause it. I don't want to wait. That's really fucking boring.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we're going to assume you paused it now. You got a glass of water. So what's the point? Go on.
Right. It's in a glass. You're looking through the glass. That's clear. That's clear as bisque. That's fucking beautiful.
Biscuit clear.
You can see your hand. Like, you're holding the glass. Oh, that's my hand. I can see all my lines. I'm old.
I should say, make sure it's a clear glass before you start. If it's like,
if it's a cup, then you're fucking doing it wrong, mate. Honestly.
You should have guessed that, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I got what he was going for. So, I mean, honestly, if you've got like a opaque cup or something with a bit of tint to it, you're a bit of a fucking dickhead, aren't you?
Yeah.
Moron. Anyway, sorry, go on.
But I think it with me, and from what I was reading, it's the thought of you got something which is clear, it's beautiful, all the colours of the bow, but it's just
all
pure...
the colours of the bow.
Yeah, you see everything.
All the colours of the bow. Take that with you, people.
Yeah. But when you think you go so far in the ocean, honestly, I'm going to say this, and you're going to think, oh, he's fucking weird. Look at the film SpongeBob the movie, right? They went down.
Had no idea you go there. Okay.
There's a fish. It's got a little light on its head. Oh, scary motherfucker! It's got a light on its head. But when you take into context, you go, it's that far under the water, like the other facts, like Stephen the fish lives that far down. Mate, I think it's the fear, the thought of being that deep and that dark sort of makes me feel a bit anxious. I wouldn't want to go down. I wouldn't be able to because the water fucking crushed me. But I don't know. I just
So
think
you have to get that. It's surprising, but like those free divers that go down,
yeah,
they go down far enough that it's fucking pitch.
yeah.
It's really dark. You think light doesn't go that far down. That's why that fact isn't shocking to me, because most of I think the median depth is like more than a mile anyway. Of the whole 70% of the Earth is water, and because some of it's so deep, well, huge amounts of it are so deep. Obviously, you got the Marianas Trench, it's what 7.5 miles around, but like so much of it is.
No, there might be some other deep things as well. Yeah, don't.
I'll shut the fuck up then. Well, no, I mean that's everyone knows that. Fucking shut up.
Facts.
But
I might have some
okay.
deeper. But I bet see in television as well. It's like, oh, look at this fish. This fish is an ugly fucker. But then when you look at it on TV, it's the cameras and stuff that they're using. They've got like lights on it. They can make things brighter. They can make this coral is fucking beautiful. But then they've got the lights. You can see it quite clearly. But then
it's David Attenborough, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well,
fucking beautiful coral.
Hello. Oh, was that David Attenborough knocking on the door?
No, it's me, you fuck.
Okay, so we've got Hans Gruber from Die Hard.
You wouldn't swear.
Let him go. But yeah, with me especially, I think it's the thought of pitch black, and there's so much.
Great film.
I'm sounding really gay now. There's so much.
So your
in the
point,
water.
I think you are over milking the pudding, as they say. Over egging the weasel, but most of the sea is dark, and they live in darkness.
Yep.
And that is scary.
Lots of darks, no lighty dark. There we go.
Yeah.
I just think the premise of it and the thought of everything is quite funny.
I think what scares the fuck out of me, I don't know why it does, but it's like the idea of deep water does freak me out.
I don't like boats.
I don't. Here's the fucked up thing, right? In principle, like I've told you before. I think I've mentioned the podcast before. Like when I was on a holiday and I was in this like, this sort of quite shallow, probably like up to my chest. I was in this. It was crystal clear. I was like looking, and I just was exploring. We were swimming around. I had like goggles on. I was like looking at the. There's crabs and shit, and I was like, oh, that's a big fucking crab, that's crazy. I was swimming over it, and I was like, and then realised I'd actually gone out really far from the beach, and I looked I looked right, and there's the beach, and it's fucking miles away. I looked left, and like probably 10 foot from my foot it just goes dark. And honestly, thinking about it now freaks me out so much that I was on the cusp of this abyss where obviously the ground just dropped down, and I could see the darkness beneath where my feet were. Like I was gonna, and my feet are curling. That's how much it freaks me out.
I have a fact about this later as well.
I don't know why, but like the thing is, it's like, and obviously the enormity of the ocean when things are that big. I said this to someone the other day. I was like, that freaks me out, but for some reason the sky doesn't. Like. I don't know why that's, but like if it's just like hugeness is kind of the idea of like space is people that go in space and they go when they do spacewalk they put the astronauts through because the idea of being in space can fuck your head up because it's eternity. It's too big. So if you're out in space, it can fuck with your head. Some people they try and psychologically prepare you for it because it's not everyone can do that. Like there was guy on a podcast the other day, and he works in a mine shaft that's like 1.6 miles down, and not everyone can handle it. Like psychologically, just the knowledge that you're 1.6 miles under the ground, you're in the shaft going down, and some people just freak out and they're like, "Oh, I'm taking it back up. You can't do it." And it's just some people don't have the wiring; they just can't do it.
I can't deal with that.
But yeah, it's just fucked. He was saying the guy was on the pod. He was like saying, "Oh no, it's cool because we're literally underneath history. Like Earth was like when you're that far down, every animal that's ever died on the Earth, when they like you go down and you can see the sort of striations and sediment of the land, that only goes down like a little bit. When you're down like 1.5 miles, that's just rocks. Like there's no fossils down there.
No.
There's nothing that far down. So no one's ever stepped there. Like no, not any human, no creature has ever stepped where you're stepping. You're the first one, and that's kind of mad. So I'm like, I can understand the enormity, but like the idea of just being underneath like the world like that is a bit much. But
it's fucking mental.
weirdly,
honestly.
like I remember, this is related to that. The Eurotunnel. When I went to the Eurotunnel, I was like, I don't like this.
Freaks the living fuck out of me.
But when I go on a ferry above it, which is objectively more dangerous, because ferries go down all the time, but the Eurotunnel's never failed, right? So I know that just on paper, I remember I was on a ferry in a savage fucking storm, and I remember being on the deck, and it was pissing down, lashing down. The thing was banging around. It was dark, and we were like banging into the railings and shit, and like looking over the side, and it was. And I think back on it, I'm like, they can't, because it was a school trip, but I'm like, they can't have let us do that. And I've talked to other people who were there, and they're like, yeah. Do you remember, like, there's this kid who almost fell off the side? He, like, literally flew across the side and was, like, hanging off the side. And I'm like, that didn't happen. I thought I imagined it. He's like, no, it happened. I'm like, why would our teachers let you? Because, like, he could have, that was so close to death. And yet that didn't scare me the way that the Eurotunnel does. Or the deep water does. It's really, I don't know. Yeah, anyway.
I just want to add to that bit.
Go on,
that bit is in specific. In specific. Again, I've mentioned him before, but my brother, lovely guy. He's a nice guy.
He's fine.
Mate, he's got balls of steel, right?
Massive.
And what's he
Quite
like to
big.
do? He likes to scare the living shit out of his little podgy brother.
Yeah.
So I've been to France a lot, most summers, on a boat.
Beach.
And when there's lots of waves and it's really rocky, I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I'm a pussy. I hate any forms of travel which isn't you're in the car, mate. You're going along the road. Meow. Oh, that sounds like an advert. That's cool. But honestly, my brother he used to take me out to them when it was really fucking rocky on the boats. We're only going to France. It's not long. He used to scare me. He said, "Oh, come out here." I wanted to stay on the boat. I wanted to play Tekken. I wanted to play the arcade. Just ignore everything. But he used to scare. Water scares me in a big way because I can swim. I'm a competent swimmer. I'm actually quite good. I'm like a human dolphin. I can swim good. Oh, was it? What's that, Flipper? Dave's under the water. Oh, you got the runs. Did you have the fish curry? Oh, dirty bastard. Yeah. But yeah, so my brother, he's really nice, can't complain, but he used to scare the crap out of me.
Mm.
And he used to take me out when it's really rocky on the boat. Oh, go outside, James. Oh, go outside. I wanted to play games and wait for the day to be finished. Yeah, water scares me a bit. Yeah. Alright, Monarch me.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I'm sorry, but that I thought that was going to be really shit. It wasn't a fact, it was just a little statement. But fist bump. But fist bump. You're welcome.
Boosh. Ivan the Terrible. Alright, so I can't remember. I'm trying to pronounce this. So he was raised in a time when there were the nobility was specifically the sort of the main region was the Bulgars or the Bulgars, but the Bulgars he fucking hated them. They used to pick the shit out of him, and when he became the king of the area, he was first of all he was like the regent, and then but then eventually he became the first Tsar of Russia. But before all that, right, he's there and he's aristocracy by all accounts. He wasn't necessarily going to be king because shit was moving around a bit, and obviously no one had been a Tsar before. So he's fuck off, dog. Also, the dolphin noise has really got him excited. He's like, "What's going on? It's a party." His giant fucking ears. Anyway, so at 13. He used to hang around with these Bulgar kids, right? Which again is like a region that they were the nobility of that region. They used to pick on him, and he hated them so much, and they used to give him shit, so he got right back. And he had a bunch of these kids playing with him, and he had one of them, and he had got his pet dog to attack the kid and kill this kid, right? So this is 13. So he by design took the kid aside, had his dog kill this kid, and pretty much eat him in front of him.
Bastard.
So that's him at 13. He's a 13-year-old boy, and he's like killing people with his dog, and apparently watched intently the whole time.
He's got issues, mate.
I mean, yeah. So this is how he's starting the story. He's not a nice guy. So he becomes the first Tsar in 1533. He crushed the Bolsheviks, stole their lands, and he had them land distributed to his buddies and everyone that supported him. He condemned millions of Russians. He elected all these rules. So Russia was a huge territory even then. I mean, it's enormous now. There's 11 time zones in Russia.
Is that when it's USSR?
Yeah. Well, no, that's the Soviet Union.
Ah, okay.
Russia's a country now. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
But the Soviet Union's no more, don't you know?
So,
but
again, history, geography.
no,
Not my strong
but
point.
still, even today, Russia obviously had more Ukrainians to be part of Russia, or at least it was Anyway, it doesn't matter. But Russia, the country, spans 11 time zones. That's how big it is, right? And it was largely that size then. So running that country before radio or any kind of like way of, so he used to he had a particularly big army, and he crushed the Bolsheviks, stole their lands. He condemned millions of Russians to basically being permanent serfs, which is like plebs or like lower orders. And he basically outlawed any social mobility. He locked them in. You're a serf. You cannot, but you cannot improve your station in life. You're here now. Like, I mean, to some extent, if you're like a noble, you're born. Your kids are gonna. If you're a king, your kids will be kings or princes and shit, right? There's a certain amount of that, but there's also even in British, even like in the most fucking twisted part of British history, you still had people like marrying up. They would still go up and down, but he like locked these people in. He set rules in place in Russia where if you're a serf, if you're one of the lower orders, you're one of the scum. You can't be better than scum. You'll never be a fucking lord or lady. You cannot get out of your station in life. That's it. It doesn't matter who you won't be able to marry. Like, marrying between classes wasn't possible. You just weren't allowed.
Well, like, me and Katie are lord and lady. Me and Katie are lord and lady.
You are lord and lady.
Because we had a friend who bought us a little tiny square metre plot of land.
In Scotland, you're a laird.
We
actually.
bought in Scotland, yeah.
A laird and a lady.
I can officially say you bastard.
You bastard.
Yeah. Sorry, your facts, sorry.
Fucking bastard. He had a police force that basically patrolled in Russia. Now, again, because of the size of the nation, it wasn't easy to run it. So he just gave this police force, he had them go out in all areas, and they had autonomy. They could arrest anyone they want, kill anyone they want. Like, they were raising whole villages and towns and shit, just doing what the fuck they wanted. He started distrusting the city of Novgorod. So this particular city he'd heard sounds that they were thinking about. They didn't like him, or they didn't want to pay him tax anymore. So rather than just like, look into that, he just goes like, nah, fuck it, sack the whole country, sack the whole town, and slaughter everyone who lived there. Just wipe the whole fucking town off the map, right? And this is how he ran the country. He was just like fucking incredibly cruel. He beat his pregnant daughter-in-law to death.
Bastard.
And then he killed her child as well. And I've honestly looked into it, like, why did he do that? There's records that he did that. I have no idea why. Like, it didn't seem to be like, because it was his son's wife, he didn't like disown his son. He wouldn't fallen out with his son. I think maybe she was lippy and he just fucking lost it. But like, he killed her. She was pregnant, so the baby died. And then she had a younger child as well, right? That was his heir. He just like killed his heirs, and it wasn't like he had them killed. This was just this was personal. He was just known universally as a cruel and unforgiving ruler, and that's why he is famously remembered as Ivan the Terrible.
Bastard.
Just because he's a fucking nasty bastard. And the weird thing is, as nasty as he is, he's still remembered with a certain amount of reverence because he did actually expand the empire. He was the first Tsar, and Russia today is kind of what it is because of that guy.
Cool. Well,
Which is kind of bizarre, but it's like you can be a successful ruler and be a piece of shit, and he definitely was a piece of shit. Like, definitely piece of shit.
When I said earlier, like literally like 10 seconds ago, cool. that's just an acknowledgement of what Dan was saying. Not, I don't condone anything being cool. I don't think, Ivan's terrible. Oh, he's a cool person.
As I was dictating and telling you all the horrible things he's done, he was masturbating pretty vigorously the whole time, I should say. At one point, he had to spit on his hand because he was drying up from the amount of friction he was chucking down.
Starting a fire, camping style.
It was getting pretty intense. So I feel like that's a bit of extra information, bit of flavour, if you will. And I just feel like you should know that because that's just the kind of person he is. Sick fuck. Fishy facts?
Fishy facts.
Fishy facts.
So this one, again.
Sorry, you know how I feel about fish. Salmon.
In terms of going deep. The deepest things. Mate, sinkholes. You say, the M25 is a sinkhole, something's gone down. Oh no, there's a bit of a hole, they need to resurface, all that sort of stuff. Fuck you, M25. Sinkholes don't just happen on land. No. They also happen in the ocean, where they're known as blue holes. And now researchers say that they found the deepest one yet on the planet. One so large, they can't even measure the bottom. Oh.
So deep.
Right. It's called, and I'm sorry to Mexico. It's called Tamaja Blue Hole.
Tamaja Blue Hole. Tamaja Blue Hole. I can accept that. I think if you just said it, I wouldn't have even thought about it. But
I'm going to abbreviate it to JMBH at one point, so it's right. That's what I said. Okay. So, the Tamaja Blue Hole in Mexico, Chetumal Bay, once thought to be the world's second, not the first, it was thought to be the world's second deepest blue hole.
Number 2.
Scuba divers went to the site to take another look. So, is it deep? Let's try again. Scubas. You like to scuba?
I like to scuba.
And it's found that it's far bigger than first thought. The TJBH, which I said before, is now the deepest blue hole discovered to date, exhibiting water depths surpassing, you ready for this?
Go on, tell me.
420 metres below sea level.
Deep.
With the bottom yet to be reached. The new recorded depth amount was just over a quarter of a mile below sea level, into the metamorphic zone area, otherwise known as the twilight zone, since sunlight in the layer is significantly reduced. Again, I said on my previous facts. Oh, sorry, Stanley. Sorry, I can't say.
Stanley.
The whole darkness of the ocean, yeah, not great. But when I think of something being, again, it's deeper than 420 metres below sea level.
It's quite deep, isn't it?
Mate, how deep is your hole? How deep is your hole? How deep is your hole? How deep indeed your hole? How's your digging in a tiny hole? Tiny hole.
Flashing around.
Dude, we went off there.
Fish and stuff and things. Lemon slice and battering.
You're welcome.
Fucking hell, mate.
But mate, yeah, big sinkholes in the sea freaks the crap out of me as well, and lots of people. It's one of the facts on there.
Big hole. All I want to do is swim it.
Big hole. Yeah. So basically, big hole. If you've got crap in your house that you want to get rid of, chuck it down there. You've got to go to Mexico, but fuck it. Yeah, all done.
Fuck it.
Right. Let's monarchy. I've got 2 more facts.
I've got 4 more. Alright, hang on. So
4 more or 4 more?
4 more. King Leopold II of Belgium.
Sorry, Leopold. That's a dickhead name.
Leopold.
He's very nice chap, but I don't know if I heard the fact.
Do you remember the Bugs Bunny cartoon?
Yeah.
Leopold.
Wasn't he the big Yeti thing?
No, he's a composer. He comes through and he had his ears slicked back and he had those white gloves and he's put the gloves on. He's like.
I remember exactly what you mean now as well, mate. He's a fucking rabbit. He can't.
He's such a rabbit. No,
Leave
mate.
Leopold.
I saw that. Leopold. But King Leopold of Belgium, right? Now, I wrote a lot of this, so just bear with me. I'll have a giggle.
I'm fine. I'm spaffed.
King Leopold of Belgium, right? Hang on a sec. I'm getting a bit windy. I need to sort myself out. So he was, by all accounts, a bit of a massive prick. But let me just explain why. You might not know this. Belgium is France adjacent, so you should know about this fella, right?
Je comprends ça.
Yeah. Beginning of the 19th century, he was fucking about. So his rule of Belgium is largely unremarkable. But at the time of his rule of Africa, so Africa was being divided up, spread among different European monarchs, and he managed to get himself the resource-rich Congo.
Okay.
So at the time, you had trying to think of places that a lot of Africa you wouldn't know who owned it, but like I know, for example, like obviously South Africa was we know Britain had a big colony there. Like it's very British.
Yeah.
France? They had a bunch of it anyway. So so Belgium, he got in. He's I want the Congo. Go on.
You say that as well. I've noticed from work and other things, lots of African languages as well. You can hear a lot of like French inflections in there.
Yeah, no, a lot.
It's very very similar words.
France had a lot of Belgian colonies.
Yeah.
I say colonies. They just owned a lot of countries because they basically took Africa. And they were like, listen, guys, we need to sort this continent out. We're going to go in there with all our fucking... with their guns and their bombs and their... You know, they're going to go in there and they just...
in your head,
hey, you're fighting in the Congo. Way down deep in the middle of the Congo. That's a different song.
That's a bongo.
Alright.
I'm bongo, the jiggy in the Congo.
I'm pretty sure that's...
Sorry, facts.
I'm pretty sure it's racist now, but
yeah, I apologise.
No, I don't blame you. You didn't make that drink.
No,
you couldn't make that drink. It's delicious.
Honestly, compared to what the fuck I've been drinking, I really couldn't make fuck all.
Right, so anyway, now, so they're working it all out. All the other European rulers, and he says, "I want the Congo." They're like, fair play, son. Here you go. You have the Congo. Now they didn't know at the time that it was actually incredibly resource rich. So he goes down there and he's like, "All right." So the first thing he did, which was clever, he called it the Congo Free State. All right, sounds good, doesn't it?
That sounds. All
right. So basically,
I just burped. I'm so sorry.
He did that so that it didn't belong to Belgium.
Belgium.
And then what he did was he installed himself as the effective ruler of the place and treated it like a fiefdom. So he basically, rather than it being owned, I'm the king of Belgium and Belgium now owns this country, he's like, I'm the king of Belgium and I personally own the Congo. So he called it the the Free State, Congo Free State, and it was his own exact back door. He went, that's all mine, everything's mine. So he advertised how it was the pinnacle of freedom and the opportunity, but it's actually an entirely slave state. Copper, ivory and rubber, plentiful in the Congo. They were all hugely valuable at the time. They obviously still are, but it was especially, they were very valuable at the time. And now, according to international law, all of those belonged exclusively to the King Leopold, not Belgium, the kings. He owned, and not just the resources, because it was a slave state, the people. He owned the Congolese people. So, yeah, over the course of... Go on, sorry.
Is that what they're called? Congolese?
Congolese, yeah.
I see, that sounds funny. That's cool. That's
fine, that's their country.
Yeah.
So, millions... it's going to get dark now. You're going to sound like a prick now. I'm sorry.
In that case, if I've inadvertently insulted everyone in the entire Congolese states, I'm sorry.
You're like saying enough like, oh, their name sounds funny. And I'm literally, the next line is, millions were slaughtered and mutilated.
Oh, fucking hell. No,
for either being too weak to slave away in copper mines or to supply insufficient holes. Like, if they didn't bring up enough, because the mine was failing, they would be slaughtered. But quite often they didn't slaughter them. What they do is they mutilate them. Hands and feet were regularly cut off as punishment, which meant that they wouldn't be able to look after themselves and they would starve to death.
That sucks.
It took an international campaign to create enough pressure to force the king to surrender the Congo to the Belgian government. So he basically said, okay, it's not just mine, it belongs to Belgium. And they looked into it and they were like, oh my fuck, you've been just... He basically had these gangs of people going in there, and they didn't think... It's a different time, but like, it's fucked. they didn't feel like they were humans.
Mm.
The Congolese, they treated them like, not even like, if you treated cattle that way, you'd be like, what a prick, right? But they treated them like they were just a resource. It literally was treated that way. So they created enough pressure. So they gave it that. During his rule, it's believed over 10 million Congolese were slaughtered by that piece of shit.
That's savage.
Yeah. So King Leopold II, there are statues of him in Belgium, but they are pretty much universally defaced. Because even the Belgian people know how much of a fucking arsehole he was. So, yeah, bit of a massive shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, Dick.
Leopold. They said the road was closed, but some roads can't be closed. Why are you taking me this way? This isn't the way. The road's closed up ahead.
They did not announce on the website that this road was going to be closed today.
Doesn't matter. The road isn't open. You can't just go down a road that's closed. What are you thinking?
I didn't even see any potholes. I don't understand.
You're gonna have to do a 3-point turn and turn around.
Okay.
Okay, let's just don't get upset anymore.
Okay.
Are you gonna be all right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just keep moving. All right. Just please calm down. We're gonna be late to where we're going.
Okay. I'll call ahead.
Waited 18.
Shall I finalise my final spaff fact?
As I always say, spaff them.
Spaff them. Deep sea vents can reach up to 700 degrees Fahrenheit,
It's very warm.
which is 371.11 centigrade.
That's very warm.
Mate, I want one.
Boil them and then some.
Hydrothermal vents, also known as deep sea vents, occur when the tectonic plates. Mate, those tectonic plates are bastards. The tectonic plates occur when two. Sorry, let me start this again.
Rewind.
Hydrothermal vents, also known as the deep sea vents, occur when two tectonic plates spread.
Sorry.
Fucking floozies. For example, the Eurasia. That's the band.
Yeah, it is. But
Yeah. So that's
my dad used to run a carpet cleaning company, and he did.
Okay.
My dad did everything, and he cleaned the.
Tectonic plates?
No, he did. No, it was. I can't remember the guy. Which one? One of the members of Eurasia. He cleaned their carpets.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Random fact. Anyway, sorry.
Because when two,
Just remembered that. But go on. Sorry.
so it occurs when two of the tectonic plates, for example, the Eurasian and North American plates in the middle of the North Atlantic, magma upwells in these locations, heating the seawater, then relates to a white or black smoke. Smoke. Now, furthermore, hydrothermal vents created resembling chimneys, so that they relate compounds such as hydrogen, sulfuric, and support the unique ecosystem, including giant tuber. So basically, right, all this shit happens. Tectonic plates, all bad stuff. Magma goes, I'm gonna come and show up myself to the party.
Mm-hmm.
Magma's uninvited, but it comes up. But it comes up with so much pressure that it creates like chimneys of shit, basically. Magma, chimneys, hot stuff goes into water, cools down, it forms chimneys. And all this white and black smoke goes shooting through it. But the thing that I found most, again, I looked at pictures of this shit. Tube worms, all around the chimney itself, covered in all these worms, so it makes its own sort of ecosystem around these things. Mate, it's fucked up. There's so much. I didn't think that you have these little worm things all around these things, these chimneys, and the fact that it is just exposed upwards. Mate, I've made up a word. I'm keeping that. Susie then, listen, if you're listening, Susie then, expose. Expose. That basically means that its water goes cold, hot stuff goes up, and it creates a chimney. Expose. You're welcome. Covered in worms.
Covered in worms.
It reminds me of the film Evolution, and they, David Duchovny and all such, and these little flatworms on there, mate. It's like those things all around these chimneys. I looked at pictures, mate. It's fucked up. You need to look up these pictures. That's the problem.
Worms. Okay.
Yeah, podcast is great, right? But pictures, they can help.
I do think maybe we should start doing
Links.
Well, no, we could do this as YouTube and just.
Oh no, I don't think people need to see this face us talking.
Yeah, we could just put pictures up as we go.
Yeah.
Just to sort of illustrate. I mean, like, it wouldn't take much. Let us know if you'd be interested in that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many people. I do wonder about just cutting some of the bits out and doing them as like little skitettes. Because there's so many little like silly things we've done like, or just having like they have those like super cut little.
You mean like a best of episode?
No, I was thinking more for like the sort of more short scale social media like
Shorts.
your TikTok and your Instagram shorts and all that sort of shit. So you could have like just have like they'll have like, okay, this is a 5-minute bit of bollocks we talked, and we just cut it down to like a minute and a half because you just cut every bit of every and every gap out of it. Yeah. None of that. No get onto. There's no on Instagram.
Fuck you, Instagram. Oh no.
We just make one video. It's just like.
You mean like a best of
Just the best of we've probably got at least 5 minutes of I think you have to go deeper.
Sorry. So, I'm sorry.
I apologise. I feel like we've.
Yeah. Waffle.
Okay, so underwater vents. Have you
that's it.
Expelled? No, not.
I can't remember the word I made up.
Shit.
But so basically, underwater, hot stuff shoots up, tectonic plates fuck you up. Big chimneys are created, covered in worms. That's mate. Will you write up a little title?
Deep sea ejaculation.
Episode 14 or 15.
Covered in worms. Hashtag covered in worms. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, covered in worms.
Monarch me. All over my face. I want monarchs.
Now, next one I'm doing is a biggie because here's the thing.
Yeah, monarchs.
Sorry, I'm getting a yawn on. Got to fucking sort that shit out. Okay.
If you don't realise, which you might do, it's 1:45.
Yeah.
1:45. We're old and
bad motherfuckers.
I need some bed because I need to get up in the morning for my Epsom salts and stuff like that, and my vitamins and many.
So some of these monarchs I can go into and just give you a quick like rundown of like, oh, they're a cunt, right? But
done first.
This one, yeah, old. But like some of them, you'll know so much about. I've got to get a bit deeper because. And this one you probably will know a lot about because it's Henry VIII.
He had bitches.
He what?
Sorry, lady being friends.
Now, the great warrior king, obviously, that he was, he's known for invading France, creating great parklands, national parks, revolutionising English healthcare, and being a great warrior and leader. That's what he's known for. I assume you know that about him.
And knighting a steak to make the sirloin steak.
What?
The sirloin steak was named the sirloin steak because he knighted it because he liked it so much. The fat little cunt is like, oh, I like this steak, I'm going to knight it. That's why it's called a sirloin steak.
Is it?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I thought you'd done research on this one.
That word didn't come up. That sounds like an erroneous pile of bollocks, but I will look into it. All right, but obviously all the things I said, my point was none of those. No one remembers any of that shit. No one thinks, oh, Henry VIII, he revolutionised the healthcare system. No one thinks that. They don't think about all the national parks that he created. No one remembers that.
No.
They remember it was all the wives, wasn't it? That's what everyone's. It was the wives, wasn't it? So, anyway, let's go back to the beginning because I feel like it was interesting. It does bear repeating. So, King Henry VII, Henry VIII's dad, had 2 sons. His eldest Arthur was groomed to be the next king. He was the eldest. He was trained in diplomacy, languages, history, and all the tenets of leadership. His younger brother Henry was raised in another palace entirely by his mother. And from a very young age, like shockingly young, became the royal party slag and general fuckboy. He just
Fuckboy.
was a party animal, just always partying all the time. So Prince Arthur married Catherine of Aragon, sealing the union between England and Spain. He was 15 at the time. He was 15. I'll look into it. I'll look into the sirloin steak. Put your phone down. I swear I'll look into it. I hadn't heard that.
Sorry.
It sounds like complete bollocks, but I'll look into it. All right.
Doing the
For fuck's
research
sake.
for my counterpart, but whatever.
So anyway, now because you don't remember King Arthur,
No.
the non-fictional,
The non-Disney version.
so we know it ain't going to go well for him, right? So he marries Catherine of Aragon, which you may remember, which obviously that was the union between England and Spain. He's 15. They move into a palace together. 6 months later, he totally dies of the sweating sickness.
Okay.
Which, I was like, you poor bastard. She also got the sweating sickness, but she survived it. And she would later swear the marriage had not been consummated, which is a bit shifty because he's a 15-year-old boy and they've been married for 6 months. So, yeah.
If they're sweating, could they not just take the duvet off?
Well, they probably have a fever, so they need both less blankets and more blankets.
Crack a window?
No, because you need to be hotter and colder at the same time, which is impossible. And they didn't have technology back then. They couldn't work it out. So
I'll let you face it.
but yeah, so as I say, he totally died.
Bastard.
Henry was then betrothed to Catherine, and 7 years later, his dad popped his clogs, and Henry was king. So, 1508, Henry, who had never been ready for, he'd not been prepared for it at all. He was, after his brother died, he's like, oh, I don't have the skill set, I don't have the demeanour, I've been just fucking around, just being a bit of a slag, and now I'm going to be the king. However, in the interim, he'd been quite close with Catherine. Now, there's a bit in the Bible where basically it says you can't marry your brother's wife. It's very bad. So he's like, "Oh, Popey, come on, let me marry my brother's wife because we want to keep this. We want to keep this this deal with Spain going sweet, right?"
Because that needs to be written down, doesn't it? Before you can actually think of doing that.
Yeah, we got to make sure. We got to make sure. The Bible's very important. We got to do that shit. So he's like, Popey McGee, come on. So this is why they were betrothed, but they weren't married. He was made king in 1508. But yeah, and then by 1509, they were finally given permission by the Pope. He was like, yeah, sure. So they got married. And by that point, by all accounts, he was really infatuated with her. She was older than him, because he was younger than his brother. He was like 5 years younger than his brother. And she was the same age as his brother. So she's a few years older than him, but,
Cougar.
Yeah, but by all accounts, he proper loves her. He's like chuffed to bits, and he's a very happy boy. He goes in and becomes king. He's party animal, right? Everyone loves it. He's giving away land left, right, centre. Everyone's having a great time. He's just party boy. They won't let him. Now this is interesting because my previous one, because of the Magna Carta, the accountants basically run the monarchy. The firm, whatever they call it today, the management. Like they say that's like the monarchy doesn't run itself.
Yeah.
They're run by bureaucrats who are elected. So he pissed away, by all accounts, he pissed away a huge amount of the treasury. He invaded France because of what you do when you're trying to make a bit of a name for yourself.
Standard.
At the same time, Scotland was kicking off, so he had to. While he was invading France, he had his wife lead the army to fight the Scottish, or I believe they prefer to be called the Scotch.
I used to be Scottish, Basil.
Scottish. Scotland is free. Oh no, we're dead. So anyway, he's kicking off. He's still kicking off, right? And he had spent so much money, given away so much land, and just spaffed money up the fucking wall so hard. And literally, he's invading through France. He's doing a really good job. Because obviously they're just like sacre bleu and they're running away because the French, they can't help it.
That's what happens.
But he literally ran out of money. He had to go home. He's just like he was came through France. He's like, I've got to go home. I want to invade France. England's always wanting to invade France and just keep it, but they've never been able to.
It's like going to Calais.
Well,
buy duty free and then come back.
At that point, weirdly, Calais was owned by Britain. It was part of British land.
There you go.
Anyway, so at the same time, so he goes back. He's like, all right, but it's okay. Catherine was pregnant. She's had the kid now. Let's go back, check on my son, my heir. Now, she had a daughter, Mary. This Princess Mary, right? So she's like, he's like, oh, what the fuck, right? Now, I should say, at this point, Catherine had 4 miscarriages. This was her 5th child.
That sucks.
That sucks, but this was the past was the worst. It was bad. So anyway, Spain helped. Basically, he made an alliance with Spain because they were allied anyway through this marriage he had to Catherine.
Voila.
So he goes over. He's like, okay, let's go over to France and let's fuck France up together. And this was what, because France was independent from the Vatican, so the Pope was like, this is good, I like this, fuck them up. Yeah, so he's very pro this. So he, along with Spain, old Henry VIII, he's kicking the shit out of France. They do really well, and he's like, okay, cool. At the time, he's not in the head seat, but it was agreed that when they finally take down France, that it would be old Henry would be sitting on the throne. And when it finally came due, they were like, "Fuck off, we're not doing that." So as soon as they succeeded, they defeated the French, because obviously they're going to defeat the French.
Yeah, absolutely.
They basically screwed him over. They fell out because he allied himself with the Pope, and the Pope was like, no, it's fine. So now, given that this particular ruler of Spain at the time was Catherine's nephew, and so the reason she's there, the reason he married her, now obviously he loved her or whatever, but like he's been getting a bit pissed off now. So she's supposed to have banged out a male heir. She's not managed that, and she's supposed to hold this alliance by her bloodline, which he's been screwed over on, right? So at this point, she's effectively useless, and he's like, she's more of a liability, because she's walking around the court, and she is an alliance. She is a human alliance to a nation that has just screwed me over, and famously, she cannot chuck me a son. She can't do it. And every time she's having kids, she's getting all fucked up, and it's just like probably not advisable to have more kids at this point, right? So, one of Catherine's ladies in waiting, Anne Boleyn, was a fine piece of arse, and Henry wanted that sweet puss.
Jesus.
But the Pope was under Spain's thumb, or at least in alliance with Spain, because they'd just given him a big chunk of France and loads of money. So they thought it'd be much funner to fuck Henry about. So he told the Pope to fuck off. He basically said, "Can I divorce my wife? I don't." It did say in the Bible that you're not supposed to marry your sister, your brother's wife.
Oh dear.
And he was like, "I know, but I gave you special dispensation to do that." And he's like, "Yeah, but maybe I shouldn't have done. So maybe it doesn't count. So maybe it doesn't count. Fuck her off." And he's like, "No, you can't do this." So he's got like, so basically he's like, for fuck's sake. So he's all pissed off with the Pope. The Pope says, "You can't do this," and he's like, "Fuck off." He's like, "Look, you would?" He just had no idea, right? So he just basically he makes his own church, gets his own legislation, and he makes a case to his own people that, yeah, the Pope's fucking shouldn't let me get married. I asked, and he told me it's fine, but I shouldn't listen to him because look, it says it in the Bible. It says in Leviticus, like you shouldn't marry your fucking your brother's wife. And he told me it was okay, but it obviously isn't. So we're going to follow the Bible properly. So he makes his own Bible, and it's in English the first time as well because that wasn't allowed till then. So the people are kind of on his side at this point. And he marries. He gets divorced. He fucks off Catherine.
Fucking Catherine.
And he marries Anne Boleyn. He finally gets at that sweet. And he starts fucking doing all the things he wasn't allowed to do before. So he starts partying.
Berlin pussy.
Sweet Berlin pussy, right? So he starts jousting. He was never allowed to joust before, right? They said, "No, it's too dangerous. You can't joust." And he was like, "I fucking love joust." And they're like, "No, you can't joust," right? So anyway, by this point, he's. I'm sorry I'm getting so in depth with it, but I was just like, it was kind of just, I thought, you probably know the basics of this guy, but I'm trying to really get across how much he's a fucker, right? So anyway, he's following his dick. He's giving it to Anne Boleyn. At the time, he's parting his dick off.
Dick rules.
He's starting to put some pounds on, should we say, right?
Put some pounds on.
So he goes off and he does this joust, and one of his mates
Joust.
fucking hits him hard in one of his legs.
Hits him hard.
He falls down. He gets really fucking rocked.
Really rocked.
Thank you. And at this point, it's largely suspected he had some sort of brain injury.
I'm just being your hype guy. I'm sorry. Brain.
So yeah, basically up to that point he was partying. By all accounts, everyone liked him. He was very likable, and that's the point after this happens. After this jousting accident, his leg gets fucked up. He is unable to move around so much, and from that point onwards, he keeps putting weight on, and his leg he can't move around. He can't be as active as he used to be. He used to be this virile. Everyone said how attractive he was. He was a sexy guy, right? He was a sexy guy. He was, he was out there whoring about. He was hunting all the time. He was doing all this shit, and then he couldn't do any of that.
Not because of the money, but because he was a beautiful guy.
It's a beautiful guy. He was just everyone would remark on it. It was known. So he's out there. He's got this leg which is weeping pus apparently. From basically from that point onwards for the rest of his life, he had this leg
bastard.
just is covered in sores and weeping pus. That was what they said, right? So apparently it smelt as well, right? So at that point, he starts putting people to death or torturing them. This is when he starts ordering people like, the off with the head shit, right? Over the course, basically from this point onwards, after he had this accident, he starts doing this, and I don't have the exact amount of years, but it's not a huge amount of years. It is estimated between 57,000 and 72,000 people were tortured or burnt at the stake. They were killed, either tortured to death or burnt at the stake.
It's a lot of people.
Or some of them decapitated, but not that many. He liked burning people a lot. He basically made a bunch of shit up and got charges laid against Anne Boleyn. Said that she'd been fucking around and she was planning to kill him. By all accounts, I don't think that was true.
But she's pretty crazy.
But because he was a bit limited by this injury. She apparently been like trying to get fucking around the court, and she'd also been talking some shit. But again, I just don't buy it. Like everyone knows he's a bad motherfucker. Like she's not going to be going around there just going like, I don't know. So he made a bunch of shit and so because he said, oh, she's going to try and get me killed, everyone was so scared of him by this point. So even his her ex-fiance and her cousin were on the jury of people that convicted her and had her head fucking cut off, right?
Biased.
Yeah, but like they were so scared of him, they literally they said yes, guilty, and even though it was like largely known that she wasn't. And he married again one of her ladies in waiting because that seems to be his move. The next day, had her head cut off. The next day, he married her. Right. Now she had another daughter.
Bloody hell. Go on.
And she died in childbirth. So he married the daughter of a German duke. Because he found her so hideous and ugly, he refused to consummate the marriage. Divorced her 6 months later because divorce is fine now. He then marries a 17-year-old. By this point, he's 49.
Fucking hell, mate.
So she's shagging everyone else in court because she's come in and she's like, I'm the fucking queen now. She's getting it all out. He's fucking rank and fucking enormous by this point. Weeping pus, stinks, can't fucking get it up, can't do anything.
Stinky pus guy.
So he obviously cut her head off because that's what he did by this point.
Standard.
As was the style at the time. And then he finally married his last wife, who actually outlives him, right? He never successfully invaded France. He left the country in ruins economically. He only had one male heir, who, once he died 5 years later anyway. He didn't really get a chance to do anything. He created a whole religion just to shag about, and introduced Euroscepticism into England, which 500 years later led to Brexit. And Nigel Farage. But no, genuinely, right, there's a history of Euroscepticism which is largely rooted in the Church of England and him cutting ties with Europe and specifically the Pope, because the Pope held Europe was the Pope. Everything was held together by the papal seal. Everything was by the papal. The Vatican was like the sort of what you think of like the head of the EU, right? Like fucking Brussels, right? That was the Vatican back then. you know, like the EU, the head of the EU in Brussels is basically what the Vatican was for most of European history. And as soon as he cut ties, he created this and did it like quite popularly. It created this idea like Britain is just something. It's not part of Europe. It's something else, and it's the same ideology that's just it keeps rearing its head up, and it's popular sometimes and sometimes it's not, but it's always there, and it was instigated by Henry VIII, and it's weird like where we are today. If he hadn't done what he did, if he hadn't want to smash Anne Boleyn so hard, then maybe we wouldn't be where we are in terms of Brexit and Nigel Farage. And that's fucking interesting. That's an interesting thought experiment. So that's Henry VIII. What a failure.
Well, I would like to do this.
Come on.
The facts that have been done today, that last fact, lots of information. I just want to say, I want to say this.
Thank you.
Mate, delicious.
I've got a couple, I think 2 more. They're not that big, they're just little ones.
Just little ones. I have nothing anyway, so you've obviously done more work than me.
The grandson of William the Conqueror, Stephen. He seized the throne when Henry I died in 1135.
1135.
So, this led to a 15-year civil war between Stephen and Henry's daughter and heir, Empress Matilda. The war became to be known as the Anarchy, as England descended into the chaos and lawlessness. Eventually, Stephen agreed to name Matilda's son as heir in a negotiated peace settlement after their armies fought themselves into a stalemate.
Okay.
Thousands died. The country basically did nothing economically that whole time, passing over his own son in the line to succession. So he basically was having a bad time. So rather than just be destroyed by this, the Empress Matilda, he agrees to let her son be the heir, and he has sort of some legitimacy while he's there.
Okay.
After years of war, Stephen died in 1154. Matilda's son Henry II became king. His entire reign was just a succession war. 15 years of just bloodshed. Thousands died, tens of thousands died, and the country was just in this fucking turmoil the whole time. He was a shit and did nothing good.
It's a lot of people.
Stephen I.
Stephen, fuck you, Stephen.
The last one, Edward II, right? Interesting, the son of Edward I.
Oh.
Yeah. The fearsome hammer of the Scots.
Hey.
Edward II was nothing like his father. Now, do you remember Braveheart?
Freedom!
Now, there's a weird plot point in Braveheart. There's a few actually, but there's a few which are like, I was like, yeah, bullshit. You just watch that and you sort of say, I know how films work, this is bullshit, right? So the first one is that, do you remember the Longshanks, Edward I, Ed Longshanks, you gone?
Never seen the film. I've only ever seen Mel Gibson.
You've never seen Braveheart?
We never seen a wee bit of the Braveheart, CB.
Oh, fucking hell.
Sorry.
Oh, dude, that's a great film. Okay, right.
I need to. I do know. I need to.
Alright, there's one sort of famous anachronism which is like doesn't make sense because there's a bit where the whole film Edward what's his name? Fucking Edward I, the old king, is giving his son a kick in the whole time because he's basically a Nancy boy. He's gay, and he literally he shows you with his. With his advisor, which is his boyfriend, and the whole time he's just constantly disgusted by his son, and he's trying to get him to help him fight the Scots, and he ends up sending his betrothed wife, who he's clearly not into because he's well into this fella. So they send this wife up, and she meets with Braveheart, William Wallace, and
hey, William Wallace,
and then there's a very romantic scene where William Wallace meets up with her, and she's I think fucking Sophie. She's a French bird. She's hot as fuck. So she gets up there, and he ends up like he was like, I believe in Scotland is free, and she's like, I think you're so beautiful, and they just bone, and then it's implied that later on the next heir, the heir of her son, which will be the heir to the throne, is the son of William Wallace. Now, if you know any of this history, you know that when William Wallace was fighting the English before he died. When he died, that particular woman, the buxom woman in the film, was actually 6 years old. So
fucking hell.
that didn't actually happen. That was just made up for the movie, right? So, but however, some of it did happen. I thought you'd have seen this film. Honestly, I'm sort of shocked. But
it's a film I should have seen.
You should have seen this.
I
Right?
know that. But...
So, Edward II is the son of Edward I. He's the gay boy in the film, right? It turns out he was a gay boy. He really was, and he was nothing like his father, relying heavily on the counsel of his unpopular favourite and suspected lover, Piers Gaveston. This eventually led to Edward being forced by Parliament to...
Washing machines and Gaveston.
Yes, they do.
Sorry.
It's going to get dark and you're going to feel bad again.
I'm going to dig it for that. I'm sorry.
Okay. So Edward I dies. Edward II becomes the king. He is considered by all accounts to be a weak boy, and because it's such a thin secret that his advisor is his slam piece, right? Now in the film, Edward I pushes him out of a fucking window. He's like, "You killed my friend," I've ruined the film for you, but anyway.
Oh no, I can't watch it now.
It's a great film. You should watch it.
Yeah, well.
I mean, you could shit on old, Mel Gibson. Fucking hell, what's his name? But you can shit on what you want, but he can make a movie. All right, he really can. So he was so unpopular, it led to him being forced by Parliament to agree to a set of humiliating restrictions on his power, not just the monarchy, but him specifically, as well as Gaveston's execution. So his lover was executed as part of a plea deal so that he could stay the monarch.
Dude.
He had to agree for his boyfriend to get fucking killed, and apologies, but he had to agree to that, right? It's fucking dark, right? But after being defeated by Robert the Bruce at the Battle of Bannockburn and losing the Duchy of Gascony in France, Edward's wife Isabella turned against him also. She's the one that William Wallace slammed at, laid the pipe with, and then so she turns against him as well. She invaded England with her lover Roger Mortimer and forced Edward to abdicate in favour of his own son, which is, again, if you believe that movie, was William Wallace's son. Edward is believed to have been murdered while being held prisoner at a Berkeley Castle in Gloucestershire in 1327. What a cock-up. Just a shit time the whole time. And by all accounts, he just didn't want to be a king, but he was born into it. I think it was kind of beyond doubt he was gay in a time when you just could not be gay, and he was a little bit too obvious about it too, and he was also just not suited psychologically for the job. But it's sad, but he also did a bad job of it. I mean, just be fair, as a monarch, he had a bad run and he didn't do a very good job.
Mate, rules are rules.
I guess so.
Because he just can't wait to be king. This.
That is my last fact.
Cool.
I'm all monarched out, all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
I found it quite interesting. As I say, like we did this today. I kind of dived in. I was like, this is actually really interesting. To the point where I had an earphone at one point. I was watching like YouTube like clips, and I was reading some stuff, and I was making notes, and I was really getting into it. And I realised, like, after 20 minutes or so, Caroline had been talking to me the whole time, and I'd just been blanking. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, or I just like literally hadn't heard a thing. And she's like, it's like, you ignoring me? Like, no, I was learning things actually. But
if it was the other way around, for me, you'd get King Henry. Right, he fed loads of women. He made his own religion. But yeah, mate, I'm cracking research. You've done a good job.
Thank you, mate. That genuinely interested me. That was good. So we'll try and I'll let you pick the subjects next week, and we'll see how we do.
I'm gonna spaff on a website what choices.
You should ask ChatGPT, shouldn't you?
Oh, dude. Okay.
What should I talk about on my podcast?
Oh, that's gonna be dangerous.
Oh, mate, I'm a little bit excited. A little excited.
Cool.
Okay, so we will call it there.
Yep.
I'm glad we got it done.
Yep.
Boosh.
And remember Steve the Shark.
Steve the Shark.
Stephen. No, Stephen. Have you seen my spectacles?
Ugly motherfucker.
Ugly motherfucker.
Yeah.
No, God bless. Have a lovely time.
Bye, love you.
Bye. Dan had some toast, and it was dry. What am I gonna do with this damn toast?
Have you not got any butter?
What the fuck is butter?
It's that yellowy sort of stuff.
I can't believe that's not butter.
But maybe you need some butter.
I can't believe anything anymore. This butter is bullshit. The whole world's bullshit.
Toast cream.
Gravy doesn't have to be boring. The new line from Bisto, Alternative Bisto, takes us in a whole new direction. You could put gravy on beef, but have you ever tried putting gravy on feet? Gravy on yourself, Bisto. Come on down to the old western side town biscuit cheese factory. Eat some of these crabs covered in more crabs covered in cheese covered in crabs. Fuck.